Well, I'm sitting on my lovely new chair in the shelter. I gave you the guided tour here through the lovely flowers because my theme today is gratitude. I think one has so much to be grateful for. Did you see how beautiful those flowers were? And we're grateful for our shelter. We're grateful for this beautiful fire. What we're going to have for lunch. Let's get this fire started. You know, if one wants to be happy, you have to choose what you're going to think about. Really, you got a choice of being miserable. You think about all the things that are bothering you that aren't necessarily bothersome. You look at a young person, they have the face they're born with. You look at an older person, their face is all grouchy and miserable looking. That's because that's the way they've lived for all their life, and that's the face that they get, that they end up with. So Deuteronomy 28 says, because you worship not the Lord or serve not the Lord with joy for the abundance of all things, therefore will you serve your enemies in want and peril and nakedness and lack of all things. And I really do think that applies at all times, but it particularly applies to the end times when there's going to be another great captivity of people, as there was, as the type was when they went to captivity in Babylon. But we have so much to be grateful for. I mean, look at the modern world, 20th century, 21st century now, how much we actually have to be grateful for. We've got the best kind of entertainment, we've got more technology, we've got things, you know, Solomon would have to have singers. We've just can see all the music we want on TV or on, you know, any of the media that are streaming music. Aren't we just so blessed? And then, as I say, we've got nature, which this feast of debris shelters takes us further away from technology, or it brings us to what really is important, the basics. I'm going to let this fire burn down. So we are going to make some battered fish bake. We've got a pan. We're going to just make the batter quickly. It's getting thick enough, not quite. Got to be thick enough that it's going to stick to the fish. You hear the plastic doing the rattling. Right, there's our batter. Now we're going to clear the decks. Right. As I say, we're rejoicing in all things. Let's put the wok on. This is a Dakota fire hole. You can see down there is where the air comes in. Let's put the oil in. So our oil is now in. Let's get a fish. Second one. Third one. Right, our oil's getting fairly nice and warm. So let's now drop our one, two, three, quite warm, so you can see it's cooking quite nicely. Digital life can make us unhappy, make us discontent. Modern wealthy world, material world, can make us feel like we have less than other people, but if we compare ourselves to most people in the world, I think we can be super grateful for what we do have. And having food and raiment, I mean, really, that is all that's required. I think I'm going to give those a turn. And happiness really is what we decide to focus on. So if one is unhappy and discontent, it could be a sign that we're not focusing on the right things. And, you know, God is good and all the rest is just noise. The world is just noise, really. That's the way I see it. So whenever things get hectic, just almost like a mantra, I say, God is good and the rest is just noise. Because it is just noise, it's just distraction. It's things that can make us unhappy, that shouldn't make us unhappy. Sometimes we just feel unhappy for no reason, no real good reason. Because sometimes when we analyze what makes us unhappy, it's not like we're really lacking food and raiment. Those are the only two things. And then our state of mind is what's going to make us unhappy. So happiness is really something we just decide today. I'm going to be happy. It's not like the day determines whether we're going to be happy or not. Let's just separate these. There is literally a lemon tree behind me, and I just went and plucked a lemon from the tree behind us. That will go very nicely with the fish. And I mean, what's not to be happy for here? Potatoes are looking like they're getting done. I think I'm going to just leave them in with the fish till the fish is done. squeeze some lemon onto the fish. Some salt. Thank you, Lord, for the abundance of all things. A bit of pepper. Chips are done perfectly. And our fish. Fish is delicious with that bit of vinegar. That bit of lemon. So, the attitude of gratitude, nothing makes a person happier than that. Very often you can just look back on your life if you're an older person and just think of all the things that you have to be grateful for. If you're a younger person, you've got every day of your life to rejoice in that some of the things that us adults didn't have. We couldn't travel like youngsters can. We didn't have the internet. We didn't have the modern technology, the connectedness. Youngsters can travel anywhere around the world. We in the West are so blessed. Well, that fish was done to perfection. We don't serve the Lord with gladness for the abundance of all things. We just take it like we're fatalistic, helpless rats on a sinking ship. Is always happy to and willing and wanting us to acknowledge Him in every day, every situation, every second. God is here in us, among us. As Christians, He lives in us. And if He's here within us, why would He not be interested in every small part of our life? The Holy Spirit and God lives in us. Why? Whew, that's hot. Why wouldn't He be interested? If He's here, He'd be interested in what's going on, and He is here. Well, that was reasonably little fuss. Life can be so simple. This is all we need. A place to keep the rain out, a place to park our heads and our bodies, food and raiment. Wow, there is so much to be grateful for.